Nou, ik ben Floor en ben nog steeds heel blij met mijn haar, maar het mag weer helemaal anders. En ik heb geen concrete wensen, dus maak er maar wat van.
Okay, Floor wants a new hairstyle. She's still happy with this what she has because it's previous cut. She will turn so you see how the hair is now. We're gonna make some nice fresh hairstyle on her. And you can see she practiced on turning. Thank you very much. Hello friends on YouTube, I'm gonna do Floor's hair again. Of course I start with protection like I always do. Still very warm in Holland. And this week it will be above 30 degrees Celsius, so I don't like it at all. Put on a new cape. Comes from Amazon. Why not? Start by wetting the hair, then I'm gonna play with the hairs. Gonna give her a stunning new color. Still love red on her. You see how lovely it stays. And that is also because she used products of Lakme to stay in the red or orange colors. They have shampoo and conditioner in the line of colors.
De conditioner, dat is echt alsof je haar weer geverfd hebt.
Yeah. She tells in Dutch that the conditioner is that so like when you use the conditioner and especially on dry hair and you leave it in for 20 minutes and then rinse it out, you have fresh colored hair. Put on my glasses.
Yes, please.
Yes. Otherwise I miss it. No, I don't. Okay, what is the hair? Took me a Kiona scissor where I can slice with. And I told you I couldn't work in a freehand style. So give it a nice jumpy effect on top. Traveling through the corner of the crown. Go in opposite lines. Watch if I can show you that from nearby. So go in with my comb. Work the hairs up and in freehand style slice the hairs. The nice thing of slicing is of course it don't have to be perfect because it's nice when there is much different lengths in it. This is a kind of slicing, but also cutting in between. So I go in slicing and then I cut. This gives even more effect to the hairs. Take away some weight at the sides. It's also slice cutting, but then on long hairs. Holding the length, but give it some more air. Go in on top. Go into the lines. And then fall over to the other side. It looks easy, but you have to practice it. Otherwise, I don't think it is not possible to do this in one time. You have to practice it. And know for sure that your scissor can do this. Come in on this side. Go in from beneath. Give it a playable effect on the top layers. Slicing also the length, you see. So lay the hairs on the face, go over the line. Give the jumpy effect by giving it effect in the underlines. Holding the lines nice and soft. Clean the ear. Stay in the length of the side beard. Lay the hairs back. Pull the ear to the front. Go in from above. Lay the hairs in the natural roundings. Watching at the wonderful ears. I always love ears. I have something, I think a fetish with ears. But doesn't matter. More different fetish than just the fetish we all know. But for me, ears are always an inspiration. And maybe it comes because the inner shape of your ear is what you were when you were 2 months old as a fetus. And every ear is different. But I told you, holding the lines nice and soft, but make sure they are nice, not with a lot of weight, just feathering out. So this whole hairstyle is by using techniques. Go over the rounding of the skull bone. I love playing with hair, but I also love Flo, so it's nice to play with her. And she trusts me, so that's a good thing. When you watch at her name, you can see a lot of videos of her on my YouTube channel.
Ja, hoeveelste zou het zijn?
I don't know. I don't know how many there are. Never watch them back.
Ik haal er zelf geen inspiratie uit.
No, not. Okay, coming to the other side. Wetting in between. Watch at the lines, knowing that this length is a bit longer. Going from the back because it lays a bit to the front. Give it a slice cut technique. Then on the crown area, jumping up. Lay it back, so connected to the short side. Make sure all the lines stay in balance. Slicing, of course, the underlines. When I even start slicing, I always want to start slicing. Slicing is the most wonderful thing to do. Stabilize my scissor with my finger. Give the effect in the underlines. Watch how wonderful it falls. Now I can go to the side. Knowing that I want to have a dramatic effect. So I leave the length a bit longer. But just adjust the underlines. Lay the hairs to the back. Free the ear. Full ear down. Leave the ear on. Can be wonderful. Would be something on YouTube. The first
Nou,
cutting off ear.
à la Vincent van Gogh.
Yeah. We have a wonderful painter that did that to himself. Wasn't me.
Je moet ook wel een goede techniek in het kader van de hoofdmassage.
Dit. Ja, kun je voelen hè? Controlled slicing. Adjust the line on the face. I mostly find that it has to hang into the eyes because it can be very irritating. I'm almost ready, so come on the front. Okay, come to the front. Control the lines. Slice cutting. Do it in slow motion so you can see what I'm doing.
Is dit voor jou slow motion?
Yeah, that's slow motion for me. Make sure I push on the blades. When you push on the blades by using some force, you get a better slice technique into your system. Because the blades are going nearer to each other. Go stand on the other side. And the nice thing is that it also looks very feminine because all the lines are soft and stay soft. I think these are my lines, so I can clean the contour. Mooi hè?
Ja.
Ik kan het vaak
Iedere keer weer.
heel mooi knippen als ik heel snel ben.
Wat je zeggen, dat verbaast me zo, dat tempo waarin je dat doet.
Lay all the hairs in the natural lines, and the hairs I don't need I take off. This gives also a nice clean feeling. Take also away the woolly hairs if you don't need them, and they always stay woolly hairs. Maybe when she grows till the 80s, till she's 80 years old, then it will be not a woolly hair anymore, but then we see what happens then.
Ja, spannend.
Ja. Maak je dan een klein stukje erbij. Zo ja. Again, lay the hairs to the side. Watch at the side of the hairs. Take away the hairs I don't need. Clean the contour line. Don't force it on the skin because we still have to color the hairs. And so far the cut. Take a large flat comb, make me a bleach, lay the hairs on the flat comb and just give it a playable effect. This brings out the red afterwards much more and give that real funky feeling. Make this with 30 volume and put the conditioner in, of course, like I always do. This don't have to stay long on the hairs. I think maybe a minute or 10 till 15. Then I'm gonna rinse it out and tell you how long it took to get to the point where I want it to be. Because it don't have to be light blonde. It has to be a little bit lighter. Now this must be enough. So we leave this, go for tea or coffee. We'll be back. Okay, this is the color after 50 minutes. So you see it lights up like hell. Now I need the plastic foil and the protection is still on, of course. So and then I can put on the red colors. I'll put on the plastic foil. Made some wonderful red colors. Put the photo into the video. And in the underlines I make the color darker. This is a devil's red. So it's very, very red. And by lighting up the ends, it will be more stunning and more red, of course. First work in the natural lines. Thank God she doesn't call Mary. Bloody Mary. Daar heb ik een mooi Nederlands liedje van, hè?
Oh ja?
Ja. Haar naam was Bloody Mary. Ze was de schrik der zee. Ah, erg.
Talent al om.
Nee. Ik wil nog een keer gaan zingen. Ken je mij? Wie ken je dan? Wil ik een keer voor YouTube gaan doen.
Oké.
Want een heleboel mensen denken mij te kennen. Natuurlijk kennen ze me wel een heel groot stuk, maar er zijn natuurlijk ook stukjes die ze niet kennen.
Zoals dat voor iedereen geldt.
Ja, zeker. Maar ik heb niet veel geheim hoor. Eigenlijk bijna geen, eerlijk gezegd. Dus eigenlijk weet je al wie ik ben.
Nou ja, als je geen geheimen hebt, dan hoeft het
Nee, dat is ook niet
zeggen
spannend.
dat iedereen je kent.
Vette kleuren.
Ik ben benieuwd.
Het is echt vet. Is die.
Blijft hij zitten met zon?
Ja. Ja, zeker als je gewoon met je conditioners blijft werken, dan is die altijd goed. I'm making sure there's enough red color on the hairs. It's ammonia free, by the way. Don't smell anything of this product. And on the lines I use the same color, but then put a zero with it. So it's black. Color used on the underlines. And this will come into the color that lays on top. So don't get a hard line. And the more the color spreads, the nicer it will be. And softer, of course. And this color has to stay on the hairs for 20 minutes. Then we rinse it out. And then we go for the styling of the hair. The front line, I also give a little bit of the dark color, because those hairs are lighter of the natural color, to then create a more wonderful effect into the hairs. It's not much, but every small detail helps. This will cover up. Then we're gonna wait. And you stay there. We'll be back in less than a second, of course. take a small carton wig, lay it around the contour, into the neckline. This holds the lines nice, clean. Christmas time, it looks a bit like Christmas time. Just a half year.
Oh.
17 weeks from Christmas.
Oh.
We are now.
Yeah.
I know this because there are customers making 3 appointments for Christmas. So we'll be back. Okay, back from coloring. Now we thought it would be red, but it's stunning red. Yeah. So now I'm gonna style her hair, make it a bit punky, using velvet glint. This is just to protect hairs from the heat of the blow dryer. Yeah. I'm gonna blow dry it with the use of my fingers and by pulling on the hairs a bit. Mooi hè, dat donkere onderwand.
Ja, super. Ja.
Als je het helemaal zou, dan zou het veel te veel zijn.
Ja. Nee, ik hou er wel van. Mooi.
Ik ook vind dat spannend. Ik vind de contrast tussen zwart en rood ook heel mooi.
Tenminste, heel donkerbruin is het. Het is geen zwart, het is donkerbruin.
Eigenlijk bijna zwart.
Ja, heel mooi rood, toch?
Ja,
Dan
maar
bleek dat
het is
Ferrari zijn. Ja, maar ik denk, zolang ik kan knippen, blijf ik ook gewoon knippen hoor. Ik vind het veel te leuk.
Als dat zo je passie is.
Ja, dat is echt gek. Nou, so far blow drying. Now I need a kinky product to style it with, so I go to Rover. Using 2 products, I use clay and I use a pomade. Those are the mounts I'm going to use. Mix them into each other to get a real funky product. And the wonderful thing of this is that you can style really crazy with it. Get that ultimate crazy funky feeling. And it smells really delicious, by the way. Kom bekijken. Now thank Floor for being my model. Thank you for watching. Till next time. Take out her cape. She will turn around so you can see the end result.
Goeie creatie.
Bye bye. Ja, stoer.
Ja, is goed.
Thank you.
Ja, thank you. Ik ben nog steeds heel blij met mijn haar, maar het mag weer helemaal anders. En ik heb geen concrete wensen, dus maak er maar wat van.
Okay, Floor wants a new hairstyle. She's still happy with this, what she has, because it's previous cut. She will turn so you see how the hair is now. We're gonna make some nice fresh hairstyle on her. And you can see she practiced on turning. Thank you very much.